When I bought this Ultrabook, I thought it was going to be a great substitution to a gaming laptop. Until Razer priced their Razer Core for $500. What is up guys, here's my official review on the new Razer Blade Stealth. So let me begin to say that this is not a gaming laptop. Even though this is made by a gaming company, this is an Ultrabook, and a very competitively priced Ultrabook given its specs. The only thing that I would affiliate this Ultrabook to gaming is the ability and option to hook it up to an external graphics card, which in my opinion is way overpriced. It's basically a tiny case with ports. Well, I know you guys didn't come here to hear me rant about the pricing of the Razer Core, so let's focus our attention to the actual product, the Razer Blade Stealth. Yes, it's expensive, but for its specifications, it's actually the less costly compared to other Ultrabooks. The display on this Ultrabook has a glossy IGZO touch-enabled 12.5-inch 1440p display with 234 pixels per inch and 70% Adobe RGB. So why didn't I get the 4K version? Well, for various reasons. The pricing was way too high for my budget. I wouldn't be able to differentiate 1440p from 4K when I can't even see the pixels on either of them, since the screen is fairly small, and it would drain the battery life more quickly. So why then would I get something with such ugly bezels? At first, I did notice them quite a bit, but after about a few days I actually forgot about them, and soon after it didn't become a bother. If big bezels are a turnoff for you, then I would recommend a Dell XPS 13. That thing barely has any bezels, but you will be compromising performance for aesthetics. Speaking about performance, the Blade Stealth comes with a 6th Gen Core i7 6500U with hyperthreading. You're also getting an Intel 520 GPU. Now that's no gaming graphics card, but it's good enough to be an editing machine. I've actually edited my last few videos on this with ease. And if gaming is what you seek, you'll be happy to hear that this laptop will be able to play small games like League of Legends and Minecraft on high settings. And I know you'll probably want to use the Core for this, but the Blade Stealth is able to play GTA 5 on those settings. And how about gaming? This again is not a gaming laptop. If you want to play games on higher settings or to take advantage of a desktop GPU for rendering, you'll have to purchase the Razer Core for $400. And as for actual battery life and usage, I was able to get a little over an hour playing League of Legends, and I was able to get around 4 hours continuously watching movies before I had to plug it in. And if I set everything to conserve battery life, I was able to get 6 to 7 hours of casual web browsing. None of that equates to the advertised 8 hours. So let's move on to the physical side of things. The 45 watt power brick is nice and slim and powers the Ultrabook through a Razer braided Thunderbolt 3 USB-C cable. Now the machine. It features a black anodized aluminum build that kind of has this MacBook Air / Pro feel to it. The aluminum build wouldn't be my first choice for adequate cooling, but hey, it looks really nice. On the back, it features a lime green Razer logo that almost looks like a sticker when it's not illuminated. Why is it lime green? I don't know. The color is just lighter in person when compared to other Razer green lit products. Moving on, the bottom has 2 fan intakes with exhausts near the hinge, and has 2 long rubber footing to prevent the Blade Stealth from sliding around. And I actually found one of the rubber feet to be a little lopsided. When I push down on the edge of the Ultrabook, it moves downward as if the edge didn't have anything supporting it. On the left side, there isn't too much, just a Thunderbolt 3 USB-C port, a USB 3.0 port, and a headphone jack. On the right is an HDMI out and another USB 3.0 port. Moving on to the top, there's a touchpad that also has a MacBook feel to it. Although it's not as great as the MacBooks, it does its job. Next are the speakers. They're really loud for something this small in size, and I would say it's up to par with my old Alienware quality. But what do I know? I've stated previously that I can't differentiate good quality with bad quality audio due to not being an audio pedophile. And the keyboard. It's the first Chroma keyboard to appear on Razer laptops. It's not like other keyboards where the colors are designated to certain zones. Every key is able to change up to 16.8 million different colors. Although you wouldn't be able to tell the difference from FF0018 to FC0018, the customization is still nice to have. And colors isn't where the keyboard customization stops. You are able to change the patterns and stylings of your color profiles, along with being able to set a macro to a generic key. Razer even stated that they are still working to implement more custom options within Razer Synapse. Now how can a keyboard fit in this small Ultrabook form factor but have speakers resting on each side? The answer is to cram the shit out of the keys. And yes, it may take some time to get used to the small travel, and you've probably heard about the keyboard being small and crammed in some other reviews, but don't let the keyboard sway your judgment, since this review was scripted and typed without a problem on this very keyboard. And one of the complaints that I have with the keyboard is that none of the multimedia keys or option keys light up with the rest of the keyboard. It's actually very difficult to see which key is which when it's dark. Now, I want to touch on a few things that Razer can improve on in the next Blade Stealth generation. Firstly, add upgradable or at least more RAM. The current 8GB might have been okay back in 2013, but nowadays we need a lot of RAM to even web browse, so how will I go about my daily workload when I can only have like 1 or 2 or 3 programs open at a time? Secondly, I know this is an Ultrabook, but the Blade Stealth could have been a lot better if it had maybe a few more ports, possibly another Thunderbolt 3 or another USB 3.0 or even an SD card slot for us photo and video editors. Lastly, the price. I don't expect Razer to up and go and change the pricing when they already think it's competitively priced, but Ultrabooks are targeted to college students. So how is a college student supposed to afford a Blade Stealth when they most likely have college loans? $1,000 is not affordable. It's just competitive compared to new similar spec devices. So in conclusion, this is an Ultrabook for those who fit the lifestyle of a college student who plays games and or is a photo and video editor, because your average gamer wouldn't need to take advantage of an Ultrabook. If you are a gamer looking to buy this Ultrabook and the Razer Core, you will find better luck just buying an actual gaming laptop. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment your opinions and ask me any questions that you might have. I also recommend watching some other reviews on some other Razer products that I like, or if you like to watch funny gameplays, I'll make those every once in a while as well. And on that note, my rating for Mr. Color is 9 out of 11 broken webcams.
Yeah.